It's Learn Ubuntu Live, presented by LearnUbuntu.org, with your host, Tom Judge. And here we are in the green room. We're going to do a presentation on some OpenOffice applications. This is a Newbe course. This is for newbies. So if you're new to Ubuntu and new to Linux, this is worth your time to watch and learn a little bit about the OpenOffice applications basics. Okay, so let's talk about the OpenOffice suite of applications. Interestingly, the OpenOffice suite has spawned itself into two forks. This has all occurred since Oracle purchased Sun Java. The original OpenOffice.org was owned by Sun Java, therefore owned by Oracle when it purchased Sun Java. Recently they have given it to Apache org, but at the same time, or actually just prior to that, some of the developers decided to branch off and make their own fork, and they call that Libre Office. And there are two interesting articles we'll show you here. The link to the article is right here if you want to follow that and take a look. But Oracle has cut OpenOffice loose, and so now it's back out in the community as a totally free and open source project, which is a good thing. So basically now we have a choice. We have either LibreOffice, which is the original developers from OpenOffice, or we have the Apache OpenOffice, which was what was donated to the Apache org by Oracle. Regardless of which one you have on your system, you're going to find that the basic operations is very similar. So if you know how to use one, you should have little trouble adjusting to and using the other one. If, of course, you happen to be using the newer Ubuntu with the Unity desktop, now called the Ubuntu desktop, the official Ubuntu desktop, you'll find your OpenOffice applications are right there in the menu following your installation. So for Ubuntu versions greater than 10.4, and remember 10.4 is what this course is based on. 10.4 was the last long-term release before the recently released 12.4. You will have 10.4 or earlier, you will have standard OpenOffice. Greater than 10.4, you may find you have the LibreOffice. Now, we cover two of the Office applications in this lab. We cover the Writer in some detail, and we also cover the Calc application. Here you see the Writer. If you're a student and you want to do homework, you have a report or a thesis to do, Writer is your thing to do. It's good for any type of standard desktop publishing. If you're a business and you need to create business documents, this will also work for you in that vein very well. The Calc application, on the other hand, is more for doing budgetary projections and to record expenses. So it's more of a accounting type of tool. And you can integrate the two, by the way. We also have OpenOffice Impress. If you are watching this presentation was made using OpenOffice Impress. One nice thing I like about OpenOffice is that once you learn how to use one menu, you know how to use them all. If you look here, the top menu is from Writer, the middle menu is from Calc, And the lower menu is Impress. And if you notice, many of the buttons are the same on all three menus, which is kind of a good thing. See, here we have the font style buttons on all three menus. Here we have the justification buttons on all three menus. You notice they all have File, Edit, View, and so on. Many of the menus are the same. So as you learn to use one application, you already have a leg up on another Office application. You don't have to learn them all from scratch. In this chapter on OpenOffice and the Learn Ubuntu Basics course, we have 5 lab exercises. The first 3 are on Writer, the second 2 are on Calc. And we'll give you the basics to get you started using these 2 applications. Some highlights of the OpenOffice Writer include the ability for bullets and numbering, create tables to hold information within the document, change the font size and style, use different font faces, insert images into your document. There's also sort and merge features, which are more advanced, spell checking and spell checking as you go, autocorrect as you go. You can import and export documents from other formats of desktop publishing. You can create hyperlinks. You can even save your document as an HTML page and make an HTML page for yourself if you need one. You can easily export to a PDF document with the free open source PDF exporter button. Basically, you have everything you need to do desktop publishing in the modern sense. Here's an example showing the spell checking. If you mistype a word or it's not in the dictionary, it'll come up with little red squigglies. You simply right-click on that and you can select from the list that it offers alternatives, or if you don't like the alternatives, you can choose to ignore, or you can add new words to the dictionary, or even create your own dictionary. If you do a lot of techie writing or specialized topic writing with special words, you can create your own dictionary for that. By default, the documents are all saved in our Documents folder, and you can also create subfolders in your own hierarchy to organize your documents as you seem fit. When you make a new document, you just give it a name, and the extension will be automatically applied for you by whichever OpenOffice application you're using. You can also save it as other ones. Now here's a trick, and we concentrate on this in the lab exercises, which is how to use the save and the save as properly. For a new document, we simply choose Save. We use Save As if we have an existing document and want to save another instance of that, maintaining our original copy without any changes and making a new copy to which we can add changes. Well, if we simply click the Save button on an already created document that's already been saved, it will overwrite those changes. That's a very simple but important concept to understand. We can easily open recent documents in the menu, the File menu. There's a Open Recent Documents choice, which will list several of the last documents you created. So if you take a break and go to lunch and come back, you can easily find the last document you just worked on. We have compatibility with other Office applications. You may remember near the beginning of the course when we showed you how to install Ubuntu on a system alongside Windows, for example, that you should be able to access that Windows partition, and you can open your Microsoft Office documents using OpenOffice. And you can then choose to save them as Microsoft Office documents or in the new format, or you can save them both ways if you desire. You can save a copy of each. One thing we use a lot with OpenOffice documents, especially Writer, is copy and paste. You can copy and paste whole chunks of documents from one to another or recopy within the same document, and we demonstrate how that works in this lab exercise series. It's easy to do paragraph justification with the justification buttons for left, center, right, or full justification. We can easily change our font style with the font style buttons, or italic, bold, underline, or any combination of those three. We can easily change the font size and the font face. Now remember, you have to highlight before you can change. You drag the mouse over to highlight the text that you want to change or copy or paste. We can easily change the font sizes and face with the drop-down choices there, as you see in this slide. We can create bulleted numbers and numbered lists, and again we show you this in the lab exercise series. And in the last exercise we show you how to create a table and how to manage the cells of that table and put data and pictures into those cells, information and pictures, and how to control the properties of those cells. So by the time you finish the first 3 chapters, you should be well onto your way of knowing the basics of how to use the OpenOffice Writer. And here we're also showing you and reminding you that we have our free open clip art library that we've integrated to the website. This is the free open source public domain library available through the GNU licensing. We've integrated that into our website for your use as students. The last 2 lab exercises in this chapter cover the Calc application. The first exercise demonstrates how to format a spreadsheet and to make it pleasing to your eyes. And here's some of our cell formatting and color tools. We can format a cell for text or currency or a specific type of currency or specific types of numbers. We can format the font and as well as the color of the foreground and background of a cell. And again, we said as you learn more about Office applications, here in the Calc application we're introducing the Quick Save button, which will also work for Impress and for the Writer application as well. Lab 5 demonstrates how to use formulas in our spreadsheet, which we use to calculate and work on our expense reports in our spreadsheets. We're actually showing you how to create a spreadsheet for your home budget in this last exercise. And here's what the finished exercise will look like. A very simple home expenses budget. But by the time you finish this series of exercises, you will know the basics of how to use the Calc application. So in this chapter you will learn not 1 but 2 Office applications, the beginnings and basics of them. Well, that's our brief presentation on using OpenOffice applications. We hope that you found it useful and informative. We're glad that you could join us here in the green room, and we hope you come back again and learn some more. And don't forget that if you can't make it to our live presentation, if you go to the live page at http://learnubuntu.org/live, there's a button there to allow you to search the archives of our presentations, and you'll be able to view this on your own time, in your own time. Portions of this program were pre-recorded.